Hey, how's it going? It's Walsh here, sick as always. Today I'm going to be talking to you about my League starter, my Cremation Necromancer, and how it did for the Trials of the Ancient League start for Ruthless SSF. And long story short, it was great. So I would like to say that I had no intention on League starting as Cremation. I randomized Ascendancy for my League starter, and I got Necromancer. And I was practicing Fireball, Detonate Dead leveling, because I thought that would be really fun. And long story short, yes, you Fireball the first mob, and then you DD the rest of the pack. And it's pretty nice. It was pretty fun. I'm not saying it's the best way or anything, but I like to level with different shit. Just makes it fun for me. But anyway, I decided at that moment I was going to play Cremation because I haven't done it since they got rid of Archmage. Well, they didn't get rid of it, but they just kind of gutted it. That's fine. It's whatever. So it was cool to play it like this. And I will say I didn't realize you don't get Desecrate until Act 2. So that was that was a surprise. That was definitely a surprise. But I will say, as soon as I got Cremation on, it felt pretty awesome. Detonate Dead felt like dog shit. Oh my god. Once I was trying to kill bosses with it, it felt real bad. Granted, I had no gear or links or anything, but you usually won't at that point anyway, so if it feels that bad, maybe don't do that. If you don't want to listen to me talk, I super summarized everything as short and quickly as I possibly could. That POV will be down in the description. You could find that in the notes under the 1 to 12. Actually, does it show for everything? Okay, it's just in the notes. Apparently, that just goes for all of them. Okay, I'm glad I didn't separate it out because it wouldn't have worked. But anyway, like I said, TLDR, Cremation was really fun. I really enjoyed leveling with it. It's one of those builds where you really, really do feel those power jumps, like I talk about here. Like as soon as I got GMP, it was like, oh my god, like it felt like I was playing a new skill. It was insane. But even without it, I was doing fine. Like I was taking down map bosses. I didn't have any like hard time with rares or anything like that. The only rare I have a hard time with is the the mana siphoner. God, I hate that thing. Oh my god, dude, I hate mana siphoner. But it's fine. It's fine. Other than that, it was really good. I will say my tree was dog shit. My god. Looking back at it now, like just looking at my tree, I just look at it and think, wow, it's fucking terrible. It's absolutely terrible. My God. But I mean, to give myself some credit, it still functioned really well. Ended up doing like Searing Exarch and Eater of Worlds on it, so that's pretty good. Pretty happy with that. Look at this. What the hell is that? Don't do that. Anyway, I will say Elemental Overload feels a lot better than I remember, but I don't really get to play with it that much since they, killed Flame Blast. Why would they do that? Why? Poor Flame Blast. My God. If you've ever tried to play Elemental Overload with Flame Blast now, it feels terrible. Absolutely terrible. Anyway, I'm getting off track. We do have to come up here and get Dexterity, which is why I justified coming down here and getting these 4 nodes for whatever reason, even though I have like no ES. I will say, when I switched over, I spent like 8 regrets and got all these like block nodes. My God, did I stop dying? I didn't even take all the ones I need. Like, look at this. My God. So good, man. And I also don't. This is not my defensive setup. You can also. I have a what is it called? Tempest shield. Just put that on for a second. Yeah, look at that. Oh, and look at my shield. My shield is trash. Look, 22% chance to block, and I'm almost capped. Let me tell you, you can absolutely get block capped on this character, and if you've never been block capped with life gain on hit, you should try it. And I will say the jury is still out with me on AOE because let me tell you, ever since I got, because I used to have this AoE node and I had this one, I have to tell you, and it could just be in my head, it felt way better, way better. Like after a while, I was trying to like find out, and like the general consensus I saw online was that less AoE meant it like shotgun more. It it doesn't feel that way. It does not feel that way. It felt like when I had all this AoE, like all the even distant ones or really close balls would still hit, and it felt amazing. So I don't want to tell you to take them or not take them, because I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, quickly talking about how to level with this character. I did put 3 options here. I'm not gonna go over them in depth, but I will say it's nothing mind-boggling. Pretty straightforward stuff. You're a witch. I would definitely say I recommend people start muling for Holy Flame Totem from Templar because I have to tell you, man, Holy Flame Totem in Act 1 is insane. Now, I do want to quickly say, if you get some cool support gems like Archmage or Sacrifice, have a gander. Have a gander at some of these ascendancies. Just take a good look at them and think what you could do with them. Because let me tell you, cremation is a very, very flexible skill. It's just never gonna have like a towering ceiling. You know what I mean? It's never gonna get way, way, way up there. At least not in Ruthless. But we got some options. And I recommend you don't just focus on Necro. Necro is pretty good. We get to shock people, which is cool, I guess. Oh wait, this is not this is not the Ruthless. We have this now. Yes. Yeah, that's all it does. That your first ascendancy is trash. Look at that thing. Oh my god. Okay, so I definitely recommend you go Plaguebringer and then Corpse Pact because chilling and shocking is insane defensively and offensively. But if you're struggling, like if you're getting really, really trash gear, just go ahead and grab Commander of Darkness. You'll be fine. Plus 30 all res, my god, it's a good time. You shouldn't have any problems though. Cremation is really strong. The main thing I want you to remember when you're playing Cremation is cast them and keep moving. That's one of the biggest strengths of Cremation is you can maintain DPS while constantly repositioning, which is a vastly underrated defensive layer, if you ask me. All right, we're gonna take a look at some gameplay here of Cremation. This is in a tier. What is this? 13. I think it's a 13. But yeah, anyway, it's got, more life, minus max res, and whatever. And as you can see, some of the monsters can be pretty tanky. Granted, it's 60% more life. But as you saw right there, once you kill one monster, you just kill him. You saw that Rare's HP was just gone. Because you have to remember, cremation isn't just the projectiles. You can take advantage of blowing up the corpses. Because let me tell you, corpses do a lot of damage. And it is very enjoyable. Now, I don't really scale the damage off of my Desecrate or anything like that. We can't really go too far. But as you can see there, those are 60% more life rares, and they just blow up, man. They just pop. My character never really got the chance to like be played with better gear. I ended up getting like some crazy stuff to play Hexblast Mines, so I ended up re-rolling. But I gotta tell you, the build is really fun, and I still use it now. Sometimes when I get like a crazy hard Guardian, like an Elder Guardian or Shaper Guardian, it's like minus max res or whatever turbo. I just jump on this guy. And granted, I can't do everything on it, but that block chance alone makes me just so defensive. It's kind of crazy to be honest. But we're not immortal, as you're gonna see in a second. We will die. It's mainly minus max and the fact that my block isn't up that kills me. But yeah, we die. All right, I've already taken all your time, so I'm going to try to quickly go over the recommended build tree and how you can customize it for yourself. As you can see, it's level 80, but you actually have more points to play around with that. Uh, why does it say infinite? Don't listen to that. Your effective hit pool is not infinite. Anyway, the main focus of this is to get our block up. As you can see, I have nothing on but this random tower shield with 25% block. And we're spell blocked. We're over spell blocked, and we have 59 block. So if you get like a 40% shield or something like that, boom, you're good. And we get. Oh, is that why? Oh, okay. Yeah. So getting life gain on block when you are capped feels pretty amazing. It's pretty awesome. But don't like when you're 75. Don't be like, oh, I can just tank any slam I want now. No. Okay. 1 in 4 slams are gonna kill you. But anyway, we get a lot of cool mana reservation, some regen, and the build feels really nice. Now, I recommend getting AOE, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I have not scienced it out or anything. I don't know if it's better. I have tried using Conk Effect, and I dropped all my AOE nodes, and it doesn't feel better. It does not feel better. And granted, it could just all be in my head. I could just be wrong, but it feels worse. That's all I know. Anyway, you could also try to get some elemental ailment duration. We could go over here and get all of this, and honestly, you could get pretty close to being ailment immune. Be pretty nice. And then you could drop purity elements, which would be pretty cool. But I mean, having the duration reduced by like 80% or 90% is not the same as being immune. So keep that in mind. Also, we have a ton of attributes, which is very, very nice. I mean, granted, our dex is pretty rough, but we get most of it on the tree. But our intelligence is crazy. But there is one downside. If you want to get a lot of damage, you're going to want to come up here and go Spiritual Aid, which is going to take a ton of points. But I'm going to be honest with you, it's pretty good. I don't know about going there, but it's pretty good because then you can use minion wands and do all that. But that's a choice for you to make. Anyway, my voice is dying. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask, but please check the video first. And overall, I gotta say, it's a fun build, highly customizable, ton of ascendancies to try with it, and I recommend it.